Part 4. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 31. The Land of the Four Wars. Hearing the pride of Western netizens, a group of netizens couldn't help but be worried. Many people have seen documentaries and know the power and horror of these lion alliances. West Street Lions. League of Bad Boys. The Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. They are all incomparably powerful lion alliances. Are enough to dominate one side. Especially the Bad Boys League. They are almost dominating protected areas. The lions they slain are so numerous that the entire sanctuary is shrouded in the darkness of their rule. Except for the Yugoslav lions, other lions can only survive in the cracks. If it's a one-on-one duel, it's nothing. But the male lions are all infested en masse. There is a good saying, the lion grabs the turf by the brothers, and the tiger grabs the turf by strength. This is not to say that the male lion has no strength and can only rely on his brothers. On the contrary, it is a symbol of strength. If there is no strength, the lion disdains alliances. It is with strength that the lion will be strong. The Bad Boys Legion is already fighting against the lions of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, and it won't be long before they reach the center, and then the mountain monarch will definitely die. Bad boys, any male lion is a beast at the level of the Lion King, not to mention that their boss is still the king of the Lion King. No matter how strong the Mountain King is, can he still compete with the 6 Lion Kings? Western netizens got back to the field and became proud. Meanwhile, the program team is very sensible. A map of the lions is displayed next to it. As you can see from the picture, the trajectory of the Bad Boys League occupies 70% of the land and the lions of the Yugoslav League can only barely defend. And the location of the mountain monarch is the land of the Four Wars. The rest of the powerful lion alliance may invade this place. As for the other areas where the tigers are active, they are all outside the territory of the male lion that has been interfered with by humans, and the tigers are tried to avoid premature contact with the male lion alliance. The mountain lord must form an alliance. No matter how strong it is, it can't fight more with less. For a while, netizens became worried. On the other side, Chubai took the lion back to the territory. At the same time, a system sound sounded. Hint, you killed a male lion. Hint, the devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh essence. Hint, you get add 1 for your demo card. Hint, do you use critical hit cards? Chubai did not use a critical hit card. Now he only has 5 crit cards and 1 simulation card left. It's only 2000 flesh and blood essences, and the cost performance is not high. Start the simulation. Chubai used the analog card he obtained. This thing will not lay eggs if you keep it, so the sooner you use it, the better. Simulation begins. Your current status, Junior Tiger King. Day 1, as the Tiger King, you have demarcated your own territory. Day 2, you hunted a small animal. Day 3, 2 male lions invade your territory, you send out a tiger to scare your opponent, but they do not leave, you break out a big battle, you kill 2 male lions. Hint, the devouring talent takes effect, and you gain 3000 flesh essence. Day 4, nothing happens. Day 5, the weather is hot, the river is dry, you look for a water source, a conflict breaks out with the Lion King, you seriously injure the Lion King, considering that the water source is in danger, you just expel it, but do not kill it. Day 6, that night, a team of poachers enters your territory, and you turn on the adrenaline, lightning strike, and with the cover of night, kill 6 people and scare off the remaining poachers. Hint, the devouring talent takes effect, and you gain 6000 flesh essence. Hint, you get add 2 for your demo card. Hint, you get add 2 crit card. Day 7, you continue to expand your territory, you have a conflict with 3 male lions, you expel 3 male lions, night falls, 3 male lions come to take revenge, you turn on adrenaline, start a lightning attack, kill 1 male lion, seriously injure 2 male lions. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh units. Looking at the information, Chu Bai was quite satisfied. In addition to obtaining flesh and blood essence, the information in the evolution simulation is also very important, and it is the standard for him to evaluate his combat effectiveness. From the current point of view, as long as he is not a Lion King, he can easily deal with 3 male lions. If it's the Lion King, he can defeat him alone. Immediately, he continued to watch the message. Day 8, nothing happens. Day 9, a day of recuperation. Day 10, nothing happens. Day 11, your injuries are gradually recovering. Day 12, you hunt an elephant and you don't succeed. Day 13, you hunt a hippopotamus and although you succeed, you are also seriously injured by the irascible hippopotamus herd. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh units. Day 14, a day of recuperation. Day 15, nothing happens. Day 16, the Bad Boys Lion Alliance invaded your territory, you fought 6 Lion Kings with 1 enemy and 6 enemies, extremely brave, but 2 fists were invincible to 4 hands, you seriously injured a Lion King, but you were also bitten to death. When you were about to die, the adrenaline made your heart beat again, and you started a lightning attack to escape. Chu Bai's eyes lit up. Fought 6 Lion Kings, and seriously injured 1? Although he also died in battle, don't forget, this is the 6-headed Lion King. Being able to seriously injure one of them under the siege of the 6 Lion Kings, and the limit is 1 for 1, which is the embodiment of combat power. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 32. Not bad, not bad. Chu Bai nodded again and again, very satisfied. This data is invaluable. You know, many beasts need actual combat to get battle data, and these data may need to be exchanged for lives. He's different, he can easily get these combat stats. With this data, later he will be able to make an assessment of the battle. It's no exaggeration to say that these numbers are lifesavers. At least he now knows that there is no problem with 3 male lions, and it is no problem to take on the Lion King one-on-one. Immediately, he continued to watch the simulated information. Hint, you have 1 enemy and 6, your courage is abnormal, and your tiger skills are further strengthened. Enhanced Tiger Might, when activated, you will have the bloodline power of the ancient saber-toothed tiger against ordinary creatures, which can deter and intimidate enemies. The more fearful the enemy, the stronger the effect. Day 17, the bad boys take over your land, and they continue to seek revenge on you. Day 18, you go into hiding. Day 19, a day of recuperation. Day 20, 2 male lions meet you on a narrow road, you are too seriously injured, and you can only release the tiger to scare him away. Day 21, you are getting weaker. Day 22, the Bad Boys League finds you, you have a showdown, and you are beaten to death by a group. End of simulation. This simulation you get 13,000 flesh essence, crit card add 2, simulation card add 2, do you use crit card? Use. Chu Bai said in a deep voice. Hint, you use critical hit cards. Hint, flesh energy reaches perfect crit x 99, for a total of 1,300,000 flesh essence. Hint, analog card crit x2, a total of 4 cards. Hint, critical hit card critical hit failed. Hint, whether to extract or not. Extraction. Chu Bai's heart moved, and the data panel appeared. Name, Chu Bai. Race, South China Tiger. Combat Power Evaluation, Junior Tiger King, 4.81 million/10 million. Talent, Devour, devour flesh. Talent, heart of the Tiger King, the tiger defeated by you will be in awe of you and have a tendency to surrender. Skill, tiger might, deterrence, intimidation. Skill, lightning strike. Skill, adrenaline. Weight, 305 kilograms, your weight will directly affect all your data, the bigger the weight, the stronger. Palm power, 1,310 kilograms. Bite force, 810 kilograms. Speed, 42 mph. Lifespan, 30 years. Analog card, 4. Critical hit card, 6. Chubai did not hesitate and consumed all 4 analog cards. First simulation, 800,000 energy. The second time, 1.2 million energy. The third time, 600,000 energy. Fourth, 400,000 energy. Total, 3 million energy. There are only 2 million flesh and blood essences left, Chubai muttered to himself. After breaking through, he should be able to suppress 2 Lion King level beasts. The tiger and the lion are beasts of prey. Even if it's a one-on-one heads up, the two sides are on par, and it's hard to say who wins and who loses. But as long as there is a breakthrough, he is capable of overpowering 2 Lion Kings. After a full meal, Chubai went to the shooting vehicle. He opened his bloody mouth, Su Menjiao and the others also knew what it meant, brushed his fangs for him, and removed all the meat residues inside. It's a big white tooth. In terms of caring for my teeth, I'm not as good as Shan Jun. In the live broadcast, everyone was happy. Meng Xian's report. This tiger still brushes its teeth. The netizens who newly entered the live broadcast room were dumbfounded. To be honest, Shan Jun has gone beyond the category of human nature, right? It's not just human nature, I think it's extremely smart. To be honest, I've never seen a tiger like this. After brushing his teeth, Chubai returned to the territory. The sun sets. Night covers the savannah. After having the territory, Chubai slept well. In addition to occupying resources and multiplying, the benefits of the territory lie in this. It's a warning to other beasts. There are already lords in this place. Either don't break in, but once you break in, you have to hold the consciousness of fighting to the death with the lord of this place. I don't know how long it took, Chubai suddenly woke up. He seems to have heard a gunshot. Bang. The next second, the gunshots rang out again. He was vigilant. Dive into the jungle immediately. After inspecting the surroundings, Chubai found that it was the gunshots from the shooting vehicle. Could it be that the shooting vehicle has been attacked by a wild beast, Chubai muttered to himself, patrolling around the territory. After a while, he understood the general situation. It's not a beast attack. Rather, someone took control of the vehicle. There were about a dozen people, and there were guns in their hands. It's supposed to be poachers, right? Chubai gradually approached the filming vehicle to see if he could rescue it. Su Menjiao took care of him for nearly 4 years, and it was false to say that there was no emotion. Moreover, he did not want to lose the bather, the tooth flosser. If you can save it. If it's really dangerous, it's just fate. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 33. In the night, the beast walks alone. Chubai observed while shuttling. The tiger's night vision is 6 times greater than that of humans, so he can clearly observe and photograph the surroundings of the vehicle. 13 people, at least 2 pistols. The rest of the people had sabers, but weren't sure if they would have guns. Chubai muttered to himself. I have already made an estimate in my heart. From a normal point of view, There is no doubt that no matter how fierce the tiger is, it will not be able to withstand the blow of a firearm. But he's different. He has lightning strikes. It's faster than a cheetah. Other than that, it's the middle of the night. With the help of the night, he may be able to save Su Menjiao and the others. Of course, it remains to be seen. The other party has a pistol and must be careful and vigilant. If he doesn't make a move, he will do it with a thunderous momentum, so that the opponent will not even have a chance to shoot. At the same time, the live broadcast room fried. What's the situation? Who else dares to sneak into the reserve? It's over, these people have guns in their hands, and the bodyguards have been subdued. Call the police. Calling the police is useful? By the time the police come, the people will be gone. I just hope that these people will only grab money and not harm people's lives. Wait, wasn't there a matter of 8 models some time ago? Thinking of this, everyone couldn't help but gasp. Don't say it yet. This is very likely to happen. Wait. There was movement in the night. That seems to be the Yamakun? It's really the Yamakun. Shanjun should know that it is difficult to shoot the young lady, so he came to the rescue. I was so moved, teary-eyed. The live broadcast room was boiling, and they all made tearful expressions. But the gangsters have guns. Although the mountain lord is powerful, neither the tiger nor the lion can carry a firearm. Shanjun is so fast, it should be possible, right? That's because you were deceived by film and television dramas. In fact, as long as an ordinary bullet hits, it can shoot tigers and lions. So dangerous. Then let's call the police. Wait, Yamakun is already close to the filming vehicle. Don't go, they have guns. For a while, a group of netizens became worried. Even though it was the middle of the night, there were still tens of millions of people in the live broadcast room. Are there any netizens from the tropical continent who can explain what is happening now? Asked a netizen. After a while, a netizen said, looking at the equipment on these people, it should be illegal absenteeism. There are many gold mining centers on the edge of the reserve, and there are many illegal miners. These people have been causing riots and seriously endangering local security. Illegal absenteeism. That's not the end of the calf. Isn't the matter of the 8 models illegal absenteeism? Netizens suddenly felt finished and wailed. Meanwhile, Chu White Cat in the jungle. Under the cover of night, he was getting closer. Looking at his surroundings, he already had a strategy for the enemy in his mind. First, the headlights are broken. Once there is no lighting tools, with human eyesight, it is impossible to defeat him in the night. This is the safest strategy. Second, deal with the 2 guys with pistols. Once he ran out of firearms, these more than a dozen people could not be his opponents. However, it is necessary to wait for the opportunity. In order to save people, he disregarded his own life. This was not Chu Bai's original intention. You want money, don't you? Money can be given to you, as long as you don't hurt anyone. Su Menjiao was in danger and tried to negotiate with these illegal absenteeism. The intention was to stall for time and wait for the arrival of rescuers. The good news is, her English is not bad. And the language used in these extraordinary absenteeism is also English. It depends on how much money you have. The leading big man squatted down and stared at Su Menjiao with squinting eyes. Boss, it's only a few $1,000s. There's nothing of value on me. After a while, several illegal absentees came over. It's really poor. The leader shook his head. Su Menjiao took the opportunity to say, this big brother, as long as you let us go, we will let people send money over. Do you think we're stupid? The leading man pinched Su Menjiao's face, smiled and said, it's not bad, it's a beauty, brothers are blessed. Don't mess around. Su Menjiao suddenly panicked, and her face turned pale. We're live streaming and someone has called the police. Although she was in danger, she had never experienced such a situation. It's night, the police. The leader is not afraid at all. That's why they choose to come in at night. Big brother, these girls are really watery, their skin can pinch out water, where can the yellow-faced women in the family compare with them? Several absentees looked at each other with squinting expressions. Don't mess around. Help. Several female assistants have already had weak legs, where have they ever seen such a scene? Living in a safe country all year round, this kind of scene they have only seen in the news or film and television dramas. Now that I have experienced this kind of thing myself, my legs have long since stopped listening to me. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 34. The pitiful voices of several female assistants instead inspired the bestiality of illegal absenteeism. They laughed and dragged Su Menjiao and the 4 girls into the jungle. It's over, and by the time the police arrive, they're gone. These people should be castrated. No, it's supposed to be 1,000 cuts. In the live broadcast room, a group of netizens were extremely angry. It's a pity. They're just spectators. They can't do anything but call the police. Wait, the mountain gentleman followed. At this moment, everyone found that the mountain monarch was hiding in the jungle, following behind these illegal absentees. The gangsters have guns in their hands, can Shanjun beat them? Probably not, right? In a head-on confrontation, even a tiger can't carry a bullet. Maybe you can sneak attack. Tigers are good at sneak attacks, and maybe they really have the possibility of defeating these people. As long as they lose the advantage of the pistol, they will never be the opponent of the Mountain King. There was a discussion in the live broadcast room, although I thought that Shanjun had a chance, but it was still too dangerous. If you're not careful, you could die. But in everyone's field of vision, Shanjun did not flinch. The tiger that touches the grassland, the friendship between people and tigers, sometimes trumps the friendship between people. Let us go. Help. Su Menjiao and the others shouted, but how could there be anyone on this empty grassland? Just shout. The leader laughed. You will not die well. Su Menjiao scolded, frightened for a while. If you could keep your composure before, you can't now. No one noticed. A figure in the jungle was slowly approaching. 6 people, 1 gun. Chu Bai was making a quick judgment. The remaining 7 people were standing next to the filming vehicle, and there were only 6 people with a gun here. If you kill the guy with the gun, the rest are nothing to fear. And it's dimly lit, making it the best place to sneak up. Come to think of it, Chu Bai took an attacking stance. If he doesn't make a move, he will settle everyone. If the guy with the gun reacts, his current body can't carry the bullet. Brothers, end the fight quickly, and the police will come later. The leading man shouted and pushed Su Menjiao to the ground. Don't worry, big brother. What if the police come? The remaining 5 people smiled and surrounded the 3 female assistants. At this moment, Chu Bai moved. Bang bang bang. A soft, muffled voice rang out. What sound? The leader was vigilant. In the next second, the behemoth swooped down from the jungle. Roar. With a roar, Chu Bai suddenly led the big man and fell to the ground, and the bloody mouth was bitten down. Ah! Screams rang out. In a moment, the screams disappeared. Boss. The remaining 5 were shocked. With the help of the faint moonlight, they could see clearly that it was a tiger. It's a tiger. Ah! The words fell, and Chu Bai pounced again. Poof! Blood splatter. An illegal absentee was bitten off the neck. Brute, kill it. The 4 illegal absentees pulled out their machetes and rushed towards Chu Bai in unison. But 2 flinched. In the face of this behemoth, it would be fake to say that you are not afraid. The two who charged forward had obviously killed people, and they were not afraid of the tiger in front of them. Is it so brave? Chu Bai sneered in his heart. Roar. The next second, he erupted into a deafening roar. At the same time, Hu Wei turned on. The two illegal absentees who rushed forward immediately stopped, and the sound sounded like thunder rolling in their ears, and they even hallucinated. The tiger in front of him seemed to have swelled twice as much and turned into a real behemoth. Monster! Monsters! The two men were terrified, and the machetes in their hands fell to the ground. Then they turned and ran away. But Chu Bai didn't give them a chance. He lunged forward one by one, quickly biting the two to death, and then thundered down on the remaining two. The two men had not recovered from the tiger's might at all, and by the time they saw the tiger, it was too late. Puff! Blood splatter! The remaining two also collapsed in pools of blood. In a short period of time, all 6 illegal absentees died. Mountain Kun. It was not until this moment that Su Menjiao and the others reacted. It was really the scene just now that happened too quickly, and it passed in just a flash of light. Seeing 6 people being bitten to death. Then they realized they were saved. The moonlight is hazy, and the mountain monarch in front of him is majestic, as if a divine tiger has descended. Woo woo. In addition to Su Menjiao, the 3 female assistants cried with joy. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, slap the lion to death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 35. Looking at the 6 illegal absentees who fell in a pool of blood, the live broadcast room was shocked. What happened? For a while, the question mark barrage swept in. They had thought that it would be a tough battle, and they were even ready for the mountain monarch to be injured. But the outcome of this battle was far beyond everyone's imagination. Sanjun was not injured. He also easily defeated 6 absentees. The offensive was devastating, and the speed was so fast that everyone in the live broadcast room did not react. Doesn't it seem like half a minute? Half a minute. I heard a roar, and the 6 illegal absentees were gone. The Mountain King is mighty. Shanjun is bullish 666. Don't say it, I've only blinked before the fight is over. There was a lot of talk and they were shocked by how quickly the battle ended. Isn't the combat power of the mountain monarch a little too terrifying? The main thing is that Shanjun is too fast. Speed, combined with sheer power, can make a qualitative difference. That's right, the strongest thing about Shanjun is speed. Wait. The battle isn't over yet. It was a sneak attack just now, and now the other absentees have been prepared. This is the biggest test for the Mountain King, and the other party still has a gun. For a while, everyone began to talk. Sneak attack, head-on battle. These are 2 completely different concepts. Meanwhile, Chu Bai became vigilant. After dealing with these 6 people, the people next to the vehicle must be vigilant, and it is impossible to sneak attack again. Thank you, Shanjun. Su Menjiao and her assistant stepped forward. Chu Bai shook his head and motioned for them to hide. You're going to let us hide? Su Menjiao was skeptical, but Chu Bai nodded slightly. Shanjun is too smart, isn't he? Su Tao's big eyes were full of surprise. Let's hide. Su Menjiao stepped forward and took out a pistol from the corpse to protect herself. There is a problem, everyone pay attention. Next to the vehicle, the remaining illegal absentees heard the roar of the beast and immediately became vigilant. It can't be a lion, right? Someone wondered. It wasn't the roar of a lion. But it's definitely a beast. Boss, shouted from afar, staring at the jungle. Unfortunately, no one responded to them. Something went wrong. Everyone looked at each other and drew their weapons. One of them drew his pistol and shouted to the side. Ram, Go take a look. Huh, the young man named Ram had a tingling scalp. Go. Yes. Ram swallowed a mouthful of saliva and walked slowly into the jungle, goosebumps on his skin. Ah! After a while, the screams came. Ram, are you all right? The group of absentees had a chill on their backs, but no one responded to them. Let's go together. Although everyone was afraid, they still walked towards the jungle together. A moment later, they froze where they were. The only thing in sight was the corpses of their companions, and the crimson blood. All dead. After some inspection, these absenteeism is not calm. They have scratches on their bodies, and they have bite marks. They should be lions, right? The crowd speculated. They looked around, suspicious. It's weird. 7 people were gone in an instant. No matter how fierce the lion is, I am afraid it will not be able to bite 7 people to death in an instant. Whether it's a lion or not, be careful. The rest of the absentees did not dare to be careless, and carefully searched the surroundings. They don't know. I see vertical pupils are hiding in the jungle. 6 people. A pistol. 4 sabers, 1 bare-handed. Chubai hid in the shadows and carefully observed these people. Just take out the guy with the gun and you can easily deal with them. Soon, 2 people approached him. Chubai still didn't move. It's like a stone. The 2 men didn't have guns, so it would have been easy to kill them, but it would have alarmed the guy with the gun. His goal was to kill the man with the gun. But unfortunately, the 2 men pushed aside the jungle. It's a lion. The 2 were startled. Since it was night, they didn't see what the animal was. I only saw that the size was very large. Much like a lion. In the next second, Chubai moved. Bang bang bang. With the sound of a rapid heartbeat, he flew out with lightning speed, and in an instant he knocked down a person, opening his bloody mouth and biting off his neck. Help! The rest of the guys were scared and peeing. Chubai pounced, and the man stretched out his hand to block, but he quickly bit off his neck. Brute, die! Bang! Gunshots rang out, and blood splattered. By the time the remaining 4 rushed over, the behemoth had already disappeared. What a fast lion! The crowd was stunned. The guy with the gun looked at the blood on the ground, and the corners of his mouth hooked. No matter how fast you are, you can't get a bullet as fast. Did you hit that brute? There's blood, it looks like it's hit. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 36. In the jungle, Chubai licked his wounds. He did get shot. Although he had deduced it countless times in his mind, he found that he was underestimating the power of the firearm. Even with the most powerful pistols, the speed at which the bullets shoot is not something that living beings can react to. The speed of the pistol. It's already close to twice the speed of sound. What is this concept? Creatures react at all. Once the gunshots are fired, the victim is left with only about 0.02 seconds to react. Who can react to such a speed? His current speed is still far from the speed of sound, let alone a bullet with twice the speed of sound. Fortunately, he turned on the lightning strike. Even if he didn't react, the bullet only grazed his thigh. Only flesh and blood were hurt. It didn't hurt the bones. This is a blessing in disguise. It can react from a bullet with twice the speed of sound, which is staggering enough. Chubai was very proud. If he can dodge a bullet at a distance of 5 or 6 meters, he is probably the first. With the experience, he wasn't worried. Sankan is injured. In the jungle, Su Menjiao and the others became worried. What now? A couple of female assistants asked. You go first, I'll take a look. Su Menjiao clenched her pistol. Although she hadn't fired a gun, she could still do it by assisting Shan Jun on the side. As long as he attracts the attention of the gangsters, San Jun can turn defeat into victory. It's too dangerous, isn't it? Several female assistants looked at each other. Danger is also coming, and the Mountain King saved us. Su Menjiao slowly touched it. Although several female assistants were afraid, they still paced to keep up with Su Menjiao's pace. It seems that you hit Zongshan Kun, right? At the same time, the live broadcast room was also worried. Even though it was the middle of the night, the drones had thermal imaging and they could see the situation clearly. It's dangerous if you hit. Although the tiger is a beast of prey, it will definitely not be able to carry a bullet. Shanjun is still lurking and hasn't left, so it shouldn't be seriously hurt. Who can know this? Shanjun is affectionate and righteous. Even if he is seriously injured, it is estimated that he will desperately save the young lady who is shooting, and the friendship of animals cannot be reasoned from the perspective of humans. In the jungle, 4 absentees were still searching, their faces terrified. Despite hitting the lion. But who knows if there was a killing? Boom. Suddenly, there was a noise in the jungle. You two go check it out. The middle-aged man with a firearm turned his head to look at his companion. Although the two were frightened, they did not dare to go against the man's will. They pushed aside the jungle, and there was nothing in sight. There are no lions. The two breathed a sigh of relief. In the flickering of the black shadow, Chu Bai had already appeared behind the middle-aged man. The man was armed with a firearm and was his first target. The jungle was his hunting ground. Gradually, Chu Bai approached the middle-aged man. There's movement. The man looked into the jungle and pulled the trigger directly. Bang bang bang. 3 shots were fired in succession, and only then did the man stop. Whew. Suddenly, Chu Bai also moved. In the moment the man paused, he pounced, and by the time the man reacted, a behemoth had appeared in his field of vision. Brute, die. The man was terrified. Hurriedly pulled the trigger. Click. A crisp voice sounded. Before the man could shoot, he was bitten by Chu Bai on the arm, and then he stood up tall, a head taller than the man, and his claws pushed the man to the ground violently, and he pounced like a thunderbolt. In the next second, he opened his bloody mouth. Ah! A terrible scream rang out. Chu Bai waved his claws, his bloody mouth kept biting, and the man soon lost his breath. Roar dash! After a loud roar, Chu Bai turned his head to look at the remaining 3. Without firearms, he had no need to be afraid. The 3 absentees look at me, I look at you, and at the same time they turned around and ran without any hesitation. But they don't know. Don't turn your back on the beast. Chu Bai rushed out with an arrow step, killing 1 person in an instant. Then there was another breath, and the remaining 2 were also culled in a pool of blood. After a while, the night was calm. It's as if it never happened. Only the strong smell of blood and corpses in one place proved that there had been a battle here. Immediately, the jungle shook. Su Menjiao and the others trembled, looked left and right and walked out. If there's no movement, Shanjun won't die, right? Asked Su Tao in a low voice. Didn't hear the gunshots. Shanjun should be fine. Su Menjiao frowned. Still, she couldn't help but worry. Sister Menjiao, Shanjun is fine. After a while, a voice of joy sounded. The 4 girls turned their heads to look, only to see a big tiger with a mouthful of blood coming under the moonlight, which looked like people couldn't help but tremble. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 37. Great, San Kun is fine. Seeing that Chu Bai was safe and sound, the 4 girls breathed a sigh of relief. Su Menjiao rushed over, her eyes were hazy, and she held Chu Bai's huge head in her arms, making him feel as if he felt the wind and waves. If it weren't for the fact that the mountain monarch was a tiger, I would have been ready to make a promise. Su Tao said with a smile. Sankan is injured. After a while, they found a scar on Shan Jun's thigh. I was shot. It has to be bandaged right away. Immediately, 4 women and 1 tiger went to the side of the vehicle. At the same time, the live broadcast room was also relieved. The king of the mountains is the king of the mountains. 12 men, 2 guns, all killed. And it's almost a spike. With this combat power, you can also be famous and fortune in the Tiger King, right? Be confident, and remove the question mark from the can. This is an insult to the Mountain King. For a while, the live broadcast room was lively. Don't look at it, it's the middle of the night, and the number of viewers has exceeded hundreds of millions. This live broadcast accident suddenly filled up the night when the number of viewers was sluggish. In the middle of the night, hundreds of millions of people watched. This is already a record-breaking. It's just a few people, what's there to be happy about? After a while, Western netizens came out en masse. If it were a lion, the first instinct of these illegal absenteeism would be to run away. That's right, they don't dare to fight the lion at all. This is the law of the savannah. These illegal absenteeism is not timid when they see tigers, which shows that tigers are still far less deterrent than lions. Let's not talk about combat effectiveness for now, in terms of deterrence, upstairs is right. Western netizens are very unhappy. Begin to be yin and yang. This lion and tiger fight has attracted the attention of the century. It was the Westerners who initiated it for some reason. There are more than 20,000 lions in the reserve. Only 100 tigers were let in. It can be seen from this that the purpose of the program group is obvious. There are countless powerful lion alliances on the prairie, and they have had super popularity before. I didn't expect it to be less than 10 days. This tiger snatched the position of the protagonist, and Western netizens who supported the lion were naturally dissatisfied. Next to the vehicle, Chu Bai has been bandaged. Su Menjiao clapped her hands and tied a cute bow, so that Chu Bai couldn't help but cover her eyes. Seeing the moon falling, he lay on the ground and closed his eyes. After a while, the sound of the system sounded. Hint, you killed 13 people. The devouring talent takes effect, and you gain 10,000 flesh essence. Hint, you get add 2 for your demo card. Hint, you get add 2 crit card. Hint, do you use critical hit cards? Use. Chu Bai said in his heart. Hint, you use critical hit cards. Flesh energy reaches normal crit x 66, for a total of 660,000 flesh essence. Hint, analog card crit x2, a total of 4 cards. Hint, crit card crit x2, 4 cards in total. Hint, whether to extract or not. Start the simulation. After extraction, Chu Bai began to simulate. There is no interest on this thing, and the sooner you use it, the better. Simulation begins. Your current status, Junior Tiger King. Day 1, as the Tiger King, you are already at the top of the food chain of the grassland, but you still need to be familiar with the environment, which is what a good hunter should do. Day 2, you gradually find out the surrounding environment. Day 3, during the wandering, you encounter a male lion, and you send out a tiger to scare the opponent away. Day 4, nothing happens. Day 5, you killed an oryx, but encountered a legion of spotted hyenas, you started a lightning attack, adrenaline killing, killed more than a dozen hyenas, although the food was robbed, but as one of the most powerful predators in this grassland, you don't need to worry about food. Hint, the devouring talent takes effect, and you gain 5,000 flesh essence. Day 6, you have demarcated the territory. Day 7, a tiger invades your territory, you defeat it, the heart of the Tiger King takes effect, and the tiger submits and is loyal to you. The heart of the Tiger King. Looks like I'm underestimating this talent. Chu Bai thought to himself. Tigers are solitary animals. But he subdued a tiger. It can be seen that the heart of the Tiger King makes him have a king-like bearing, which will make the tiger change his living habits. In this way, he can establish a tiger kingdom at any time. This is not an extravagant expectation. The heart of the Tiger King, plus his strength. This blueprint is highly likely, even with an 80% chance of coming true. As long as he wants. You can form a tiger nation at any time. However, from the current point of view, Chu Bai still likes to be alone. Only cattle and sheep will form herds. And the beast always walks alone. If his strength is high enough to challenge the Lion Alliance, he naturally doesn't need allies. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 38. After knowing the strength of the Tiger King's heart talent, Chu Bai breathed a sigh of relief inexplicably. The reason why he urgently improved his strength was because he knew the cruelty of this prairie. Natural selection, survival of the fittest. The prey on the steppe is all large animals, and there is also the challenge of the Lion Alliance. The heart of the Tiger King is strong. This means that he has more options. Even if he loses to the Lion Alliance, he can form a tiger kingdom at any time and lead the tiger army to dominate the grassland. I was forced before. Now he has a choice. Not having a sword in your hand is completely different from having a sword and not using it. Immediately, he continued to watch the simulated information. Day 8, you patrol the territory and expel the beasts that attempt to invade. Day 9, on this night, a powerful legion of 5 Bengal tigers invaded your territory. You turned on the adrenaline, lightning attack, and led the tigers under your command to break out a big battle with them. Both sides are tigers, you have not suffered casualties until now. Day 10, nothing happens. Day 11, you and your companions work together to kill a hippopotamus. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh units. Day 12, nothing happens. Day 13, you hunt elephants with your companions, but they don't succeed. Day 14, at noon on this day, 2 male lions invade your territory, one of them escaped before the battle began, and you can easily kill it. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh units. Day 15, nothing happens. Day 16, the lions of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia appeared in your territory. You broke out a big battle, the tiger under your command was killed, and you also killed a lion king, but 2 fists were invincible to 4 hands, and you gave up the territory and fled. Hint, the Devour talent takes effect, and you gain 2000 flesh units. Hint, you get add 1 for your demo card. Hint, you get add 1 crit card. Could it be that the alliance is the trend of the times? Looking at the simulated information, Chu Bai frowned. One-on-one heads up. He is not afraid of any prairie beast. But several simulations have told him that he is powerless to resist in the face of the powerful Lion Alliance. Either the Union. Either you can improve your strength quickly. Chu Bai thought to himself. Immediately, he continued to review the information. Day 17, a day of recuperation. Day 18, you caught a critter. Day 19, nothing happens. Day 20, your injuries are getting better. Day 21, on this day of hunting, you encounter a Siberian tiger, and a big battle breaks out. The opponent is on a par with you, you turn on the adrenaline, lightning strike, and finally defeat it, but you did not kill the tiger. I don't know whether it is out of gratitude or awe of your great strength, this Siberian tiger chooses to surrender to you. Day 22, the lions of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia continue to chase and kill you. You and the Siberian tigers and the lions of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia have a big battle, 2 against 4, you actually suppressed the lions of the difficult alliance, and the opponent chose to escape. Number 23, Heaven, you fight the lions of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia again, repel them again, and regain the land. 2-on-4-1. Chubai was a little stunned. He knows his strength. Against the two Lion Kings, you can deal with them, and even suppress them. That is to say, that Siberian tiger is also the king of tigers. Only in this way can it be explained that they won the four-headed Lion King of the Yugoslav Federation 2-against-4. Day 24, your fame spreads throughout the steppes. Day 25, you will once again conquer the lions of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia and expand your territory. Day 26, in one day, you killed more than a dozen wandering male lions, and the territory area almost covered the center of the grassland. Hint, Devour Talent Valid Card Add 2. Hint, you gain Storm, you gain 30,000 flesh units. Hint, you get Add 2 Simulated Strokes. Day 27, you are called the Iron Heroes. Day 28, you encountered the Bad Boys Legion, fought 2 enemies and 6 bloody battles for a day, and although you repelled the Bad Boys Legion, you were also seriously wounded. Day 29, nothing happens. Day 30, a day of recuperation. Day 31, the Bad Boys come for revenge, and you fight again, with 2 enemies and 6 without fear, which is shocking. Day 32, this battle gradually turns into a chase battle, and you work together to kill the 3 Lion Kings, and finally die in battle. Hint, the Devour Talent takes effect, and you gain 5,000 flesh units. End of simulation. This simulation you get 46,000 flesh essence, crit card add 3, simulation card add 3, do you use crit card? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 39. Use critical hit cards. Chubai said in his heart. Hint, you use critical hit cards. Hint, flesh energy reaches perfect crit x99, for a total of 4,530,000 flesh essence. Hint, analog card crit x2, a total of 6 cards. Hint, crit card crit x2, 6 cards in total. Hint, whether to extract or not. Extraction. Chubai's voice fell. A huge amount of energy poured into the body. This energy fused with the flesh and blood essence accumulated before, forming an unpredictable qualitative change. He understands that the realm has broken through. In the next second, the muscles of the whole body squirmed. Chubai can clearly feel it. There was power in every inch of muscle. This gave him a strong illusion that a single claw could split a stone. Shanjun, what's wrong with you? Chubai's drastic changes even attracted the attention of Su Menjiu and other staff. Creep and regeneration of muscles. It made him look like he was shaking. Huh, Chubai raised his head and pretended to be strange. Sure enough, Su Menjiu and the others no longer paid attention. Chubai's heart moved, and the data panel appeared in the field of vision. Name, Chubai. Race, South China Tiger. Combat Power Evaluation, Intermediate Tiger King, 3 million/100 million. Talent, Devour, Devour Flesh. Talent, Heart of the Tiger King, the tiger defeated by you will be in awe of you and have a tendency to surrender. Skill, Tiger Might, Deterrence, Intimidation. Skill, Lightning Strike. Skill, Adrenaline. Weight, 320 kilograms, your weight will affect all your data. Palm power, 1,400 kilograms. Bite force, 950 kilograms. Speed, 44 m/s. Lifespan, 30 years. Analog card, 10. Critical hit card, 10. My current strength should be regarded as the peak Tiger King. The corners of Chu Bai's mouth hooked. After the breakthrough, his bite force reached a terrible 950 kilograms. This means the bones shattered to the touch. There is no hardness to speak of. Weight gain of 40 pounds, which is extremely horrifying. With such a huge body, it stands up like a black bear. Charge, like a tank. In addition to that, body fat percentage has also changed. Don't look at him now more than 600 pounds, but the body fat percentage has changed to a terrifying point. As for how much, Chu Bai didn't know. But he could feel it. It's like a 200-pound human fat man and a 200-pound martial arts master. One is obese and the other is full of muscles. The combat effectiveness is very different. Before that, he was like an obese fat man. Now it's a martial arts master, and it's a world of difference. At this time, he is the real king of tigers. Tiger, the king of beasts. And the Tiger King is the best of all tigers, able to deter the existence of all creatures around him. The obvious. He is definitely the best of the Tiger Kings. His combat power has far crushed the other tigers, and he is an existence that all tigers can avoid. Even if it's the Tiger King. He can also be easily beaten. There are naturally strong and weak among the Tiger Kings. I'm afraid that only the peak Tiger King can compete with him. Don't look at the system's assessment of his combat power, it's only an intermediate Tiger King, but judging from the simulated information, there is no doubt that he now has the strength to rival the peak Tiger King. Plus skills. He should be able to suppress the peak Tiger King. From the realm of the King of Tigers, it seems that there is only one breakthrough left. Chu Bai was very satisfied. He didn't say that he was walking sideways in this grassland now, at least there were few beasts that could challenge him. There are nearly 70 or 80 tigers in this reserve. In addition to that, there are also more than 20,000 lions. Among the 20,000 numbers, he is not in the top 5, but at least in the top 10. This is still Chu Bai's modest thoughts. The grasslands naturally have the king of the lion kings, but there are certainly not many of them. He's humble, even if he's in the top 10. Plus skills. The top 5 should be sprintable. Gradually, the sun rises over the horizon. With the arrival of the police car, Su Menjiao and the others breathed a sigh of relief. A group of security personnel from the reserve carried submachine guns, pushed the car door and said nervously, "This young lady, where is the gangster?" Because they rushed to the scene when they were alerted, they didn't have time to watch the follow-up live broadcast. "It's dead," Su Menjiao responded. "All dead?" The security personnel were a little surprised. Seeing Su Menjiao nodding, they continued to ask, "Who subdued the gangsters?" "No." Su Menjiao pointed to the tiger lying on the ground. "This tiger saved you." The security personnel were a little confused and incredulous. But after looking at the corpses, they found that the fatal injuries were all bite marks, and it was only then that they believed that a tiger regiment had killed 13 illegal absentees, 2 of whom had guns. Live broadcast, Tiger Roaring Grassland, Slap the Lion to Death. Author, The Poetry of Gilgamesh. Chapter 40. Sister Menjiao, what should I do with the food? As the security personnel left, several female assistants became worried. The area is so large that the team is in the heart of the area, and it takes at least 3 days for the food trucks to arrive. The security team is also in the protected area, and the food is also insufficient. As for their food, has been eaten up by illegal absenteeism. Originally, the food of the shooting team could last until the next food arrived, but now it is all gone. Even with helicopters, it would have taken 2 days. Let's figure it out. Su Menjiao also ran out of ideas. Now I only hope that the program team can apply for a convenient channel to deliver food for them. Meanwhile, the live broadcast room was lively. As dawn came, the number of viewers grew. What's the situation? I just slept and this happened. The tiger killed 13 people, 2 of whom had pistols, and that's magical. The tiger is a beast again. It's impossible to fight firearms, right? So, this must be fake. After a while, Western netizens questioned one after another. If this happens, the netizens in the live broadcast room will definitely not lie. Live broadcast accidents, it should have happened. But if it were to say that the Mountain King defeated a human with a firearm, they would never believe it. It can't be that the filming crew defeated the illegal absenteeism with Shanjun. You put all the credit on Shanjun's head, right? It must have been. No matter how powerful the Mountain King is, it's just a tiger. The video has been placed on the global video website, so you can see it for yourself. We're not like some people. If you are strong, you will be strong, and you will not belittle the enemy to think too highly of yourself. Although we are fans of the Mountain King, we didn't exalt the Mountain King by belittling the lion, right? Not necessarily. Who knows? For a while, Western netizens have been on video websites. Then they saw the video. Then everyone was shocked. The video is night though. But there are thermal imaging reasons, it is still clear to see. Night, mountains. These two factors combine to make Shanjun the most terrifying killer. Despite the large number of illegal absenteeism, either pistols or sabers, they were still crushed by the Mountain King. Shocked. All shocked. Such a video, no matter how you look at it, looks like a science fiction movie. For a while, Western netizens were convinced. A small number of people turned to powder, and even black to powder is not a few. Convinced, completely convinced. From today onwards, I will be a fan of Shanjun. Of course, we're also fans of the lion, and who says you can't like both the lion and the tiger? Add 1. Soon, the barrage of Western netizens covered the interface. It is human nature to worship the strong. Even if the strong man is not human, it is still applicable. Most of these Western netizens are still insisting on the beaked eagle, and if the lion encounters the same situation, it will never be worse than the Mountain King. Wait. Yamakun's size seems to be bigger. I thought that as soon as I found out about this problem, Shanjun had indeed gotten bigger. It's not just getting bigger, I looked at the picture comparison 10 days ago, and it's completely different. According to conservative estimates, Shanjun has increased by at least 100 kgs. 100 pounds. Is that an exaggeration? Netizens in the live broadcast room were dumbfounded. 100 pounds of weight, how much strength does this have to gain? Is it possible that Shanjun didn't eat enough before, and the food has improved when he arrives in the reserve? It seems that there is a possibility of this. You know, a tiger can eat nearly 20 kgs of meat in one meal. On the prairie, Chu Bai inspected the territory. No, to be exact. He's already run 3 laps around the territory. As he gains weight and strength, he needs to work out and is guaranteed to be at 100%. Soon, time passed. The sun is setting, and the remnant sun is like blood. Su Menjiao and the others were so hungry that their chests were pressed against their backs, and they were in no mood to shoot, so they had to let the drone automatically lock on. It's over, are we going to starve here? I don't want to starve. Meng Jiao was lying on the lawn, her stomach growling. After a while, the mighty and majestic Chu Bai appeared, with a few fish in his mouth. Roar! Chu Bai let out a low roar and spit a few fish on the ground. Fish! Shanjun brought us fish. The moment they saw the fish, everyone pounced. At noon, they were ready to fish, but there were too few fish in the grassland and rivers. They got nothing. It also faces the threat of beasts. The water source is a gathering place for all kinds of beasts. As for shooting and hunting, that's not allowed. Mountain June is great, I will definitely make a promise in the future. Sutao was so excited that she flew over, her pretty face squeezed Chu Bai's furry face, and she also offered a fragrant kiss.